Hey guys, welcome back. Alright, so I decided, well recently, I was thinking about wanting to start, or maybe try something new. I want to share with you guys some of my opinions about some political issues, which of course is always a little iffy to put on YouTube or anywhere, but I think it's worth a shot and I have pretty strong opinions, so I figure, why not? So I'm pretty much going to call this video, as well as future videos that are going to be relating to this in-depth kind of topics, hot take. So welcome to your first hot take. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about abortion. Yeah, it's a pretty hot topic. So basically social acceptance, I meant like that. When a teenage girl gets pregnant, it's kind of frowned upon, right? I mean, if you walk through high school, you walk around, and I personally experienced this where in my freshman year I walked around my high school, and in the courtyard, because it's a open high school, in the courtyard I saw this girl highly pregnant with like 3 or 4 friends touching her stomach, and I was like, oh, like a moment of realization hit me where I was like, I guess this actually happens. I guess girls actually get pregnant in high school. Before that, I really just thought it was more of a TV thing. I never really seen it, so I didn't really know how to feel about it, but when I saw it, I was like, why would you get pregnant? That's such a terrible idea. However, of course, after I learned a little bit more and matured a lot, I realized a lot more that, you know, having a kid isn't always an option. It's sometimes an accident, and at times those accidents are embraced, and other times they're frowned upon and you just want it gone. You don't want to deal with it, you want it to basically never happen. And that's okay, both are okay, you know, whatever fits you, whatever works for you better. But I think that now, when I think of, you know, no matter what age you are having a child, as long as you're emotionally, physically, and financially ready to have this child, then I think that's good. But if you're like, yeah, I'm gonna be scraping throughout my pregnancy to get money together for this kid, I would already be considering maybe having this child is not the best option, or maybe you raising this child right out of the womb is not the best option, but either, you know, being a surrogate to someone else, or letting your parents raise it, or, you know, finding some way to financially secure this child's life, because this is a life you're talking about. You can't just go around thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna have this kid and I'm gonna figure it out, because when a child is born, more of your time is gonna be spent with this child. Not only, you know, breastfeeding, diaper changing, watching it, but the fact that you won't be able to work as much because, well, the woman, or a woman gives birth to a child, because female body, yeah. Saying, if you don't have anyone in your family or friends that would be able to financially support you, if you do cross the path of, holy crap, I don't have money for any more diapers, I don't have money for food, I don't have money for this or that, or something else. If you encounter, like, if you know this might be a possibility, and if you aren't financially stable for a child, I really would consider, what can I do to either secure the child's life right out of the womb, or B, abort. So anyways, I'm saying, like, socially, abortion isn't necessarily frowned upon, but it's not fully embraced, right? Like, if you go to any Planned Parenthood, no matter where you live, you will most likely see some sort of protester saying, oh my god, you can't abort a child of God, or, you know, their life starts at the moment of conception or something like that. Like I said, I respect everyone's view, I understand, everyone can argue their own point of view like I am myself. I'm not blaming or, you know, being mean, or I'm just voicing my own opinion. I'm saying that I think if someone chooses to go to Planned Parenthood for sex education, a normal checkup, or an abortion, doesn't matter, because Planned Parenthood is more than just an abortion clinic. Abortion oftentimes is seen as like the hellish way to go about it or something, and I'm like, socially, you shouldn't frown upon someone else's decision. If someone chooses to have an abortion, that is absolutely their option. You know, if one of my friends got pregnant, of course I'll support them with all my freaking heart. But I'm also going to, at some point or another, voice my opinion in the kindest way possible, because I respect their decision more than anything on earth. If they want to have this child, go ahead, I'll support you. I'll help you, I'll try to babysit whenever I can. But I'm also going to tell you my opinion because you need to know this. As I am your friend, you should know what goes on in my head. And if you say, I'll ask you, do you want to hear my opinion on this? And if you say no, I'll say okay. It's a little bit frowned upon, and people don't really support it because they think, the life of the child starts either when the heartbeat comes, at conception or something. And I get people saying that a child becomes, a human or of human form when the heartbeat is, or at conception. I get that. But to me personally, the child's life does not start until it's born, and you have to take care of it. Because during pregnancy, you're taking care of one woman who you really just have to give some prenatals. She most likely has to do some other stuff for pregnancy that I don't know of because I've never been. And, it's just taking care of a grown woman or any woman at any age point in time of her life, but you're just taking care of one adult figure. You're not taking care of a baby that has absolutely no way to help themselves, where you have to do everything for them because they're a baby. They don't know anything. They aren't strong enough to do anything. So I get people saying that baby's life starts at conception, at the heartbeat, or when you feel the first kick, whatever. But I personally say the child's life doesn't start until it's born, because then you actually have to start breastfeeding, diaper changes, who's taking care of it, do you have money for diapers, do you have a room? All these questions start to rise up. You have to have financial security. Not have to have for a child, but it's best to have financial security to raise a child. Not properly, but, easier and safer. And I'm just saying that I get that a lot of people do that, but socially, in the city I am, abortion is definitely frowned upon, and I don't think it is fair because a lot of young girls mostly young girls are targeted, from what I know in my town, like high school students or college students, mainly high school students. When you're pregnant in high school, you're frowned upon already. Not only the fact that you still have to choose abortion or keep, but the fact that you are pregnant, the fact that you had sex with a boy or a man and you got pregnant, it is put on you. That blame is put on the girl, and that's another thing. I don't think it's fair. It takes two to make a kid. So if you're gonna blame someone, blame both of them. But honestly, also, I'm just like, if it happens, there's still options. There's no need to blame anyone for anything. Yeah, you could say, man, that sucks that you got pregnant, especially if both parties are like, man, we did not want this. Then I think it's pretty fair to say, man, that sucks. What you want to do? Because you don't want to be the one to say, so when you have an abortion, because that's contradictory. I even go as far to say that when the woman finds out that she's pregnant, I think it is only fair, no matter what state the father is at, like literally, physically, mentally, no matter what, he should know that there either was the possibility of a child or is. One or the other. That thumbs up was not thumbs up to the situation, it was just, second point. But yeah, so like, when the girl got raped and the guy's now in prison, when a girl finds out she's pregnant from a rapist, I think the father has a right to find out there was a possibility. I'm not saying, though, that he has a choice anymore. I think that, especially if he's in prison, he does not get to have a choice anymore in what happens to her and her child. That is absolutely up to her. And, maybe I would even consider the rapist would have to pay for the abortion if that were the case. Because at that point it would only be fair because he hurt her. He put a child inside her that she did not ask for, did not want, and she caused her a lot of emotional issues, which I know no money can undo, but money can certainly help the situation somewhat. How about we go a little bit more into states? So as I mentioned, Texas is one of the few states where I think, don't know, don't quote me on this, sex education isn't necessarily welcomed. From what I've seen in YouTube videos. With videos, I mean one. And it was, I think, about like teenage moms talking about their experience of being a teenage mom or something. And I don't know the girl's name because I don't remember, but I know that she was from Texas or is from Texas. and she was saying how it wasn't really like, sex ed wasn't really a thing there, at least where she lived, and that she said that, you know, she kind of wished she'd known more about it, and of course she educated herself over the time when she found out she was pregnant, and she did decide to keep the baby. It was like born when the video was filmed and all that. But by states, I think, especially how abortion has been treated just now, I can absolutely say that I 100% disagree with this. To me, it's basically moving back in time for the states that have already made abortion illegal. Because I don't think it's fair for anyone to make that choice for a woman legally. Legally, you should keep the option open. Not to throw this in anyone's face, but America is a freaking free country. So where's the freedom in that? Telling a woman what she can and cannot do with her body. That is just as good as basically saying you have the ownership of her uterus, so if anything goes in or out, you get to know. And I know there are a few states that are like, oh, and if you do have an abortion, either in this state or another, you will either be tried or, like, I think killed or something. I definitely know that you're gonna be like put in prison or something. This is a human we're talking about, not a dog or an animal that you can just mistreat however you want, because animals are apparently secondary to humans, even though we're just another species just like them. You know, another topic. That is a grossly inhuman way to treat a woman. To say that even if you go to another state because you cannot get any help in your state, you're going to be tried for murder or something in your own state. And I'm like, okay, hold on. If I take this issue to another state where it doesn't concern anyone I know of, why would I still get hurt for it in my own state? Does it freaking mean I have to move countries? Or states? Like, calm your booty down. If a woman chooses to have an abortion, that is her and the father's choice. I don't know who the father is. A woman should not be told what she can and cannot do with her uterus legally. Because, I get everyone has their own opinions, but no law should prohibit a woman from actually taking action to her own body. Because that is most literally moving back in time. That's just as good as taking away a woman's right to vote. Because you're taking away a woman's right to make a decision for herself. And the right to vote is just as well a decision for herself to choose who the F she wants on Congress, whatever the F. A woman should be allowed to choose to be pregnant or not, or at least to have the option. You know, it's no state's choice to tell you what you can and cannot do. It shouldn't be. That shouldn't be a discussion. And to me, when like states started illegalizing abortion, I was like, what? Excuse me? Hold on. Open up a window, let in some fresh air. I think I got a headache or something. States? No. States should not be legalized. States should not make abortion illegal. Because if you make something like that illegal, you're taking away a woman's right to something huge in her life. Major. And that is not right. Women are just as human as men. So, let me ask you this. If you do support, you know, these states making abortions illegal, what would you think if a man got pregnant? If the roles were reversed, if men could have children, do you think this would actually go through? That if a man didn't want to illegalize abortions, it wouldn't happen? And sorry to clear that up because even I kind of got confused here. If, let's say, don't know if this is actually yet, but if, let's say, hypothetical, Texas made abortion illegal, and women were the ones in charge, and men were those not in charge. So literally, roles reversed. Also, don't know how their legal status is, so I'm just saying, imagine men are currently in power, women are not in power. That's what I'm saying, so roles reversed. Women are in power, men are not in power in Texas. Abortion is illegal. How do you think that would go over if a man got pregnant? Not very well. Men would cause a freaking riot. And things would be going down real quick. However, women haven't got a voice in eons, or have been fighting for their voices for eons. Not to mention the fact that just, like, I think a couple hundred years ago, women we're able to vote and all this stuff. I'm like, this shouldn't be questioned. Women are just, the only difference is that we have more biological things than men. The biological function for breasts is to feed the child after it's born. But, you know, I'm just saying, like, women deserve to be treated just as equal as men. And so I don't understand why those states that make abortion illegal do this. Because I'm like, women are your equals. The woman you go home to in the other day, would you want to take away her right to vote? Or, I don't know, her right to get dressed in a day? Would you like to demand what she's going to wear throughout the day? Because that's essentially the path you're going on when you start taking away women's rights in general. You start saying, I don't give an F about you, I'm going to tell you what to do. Because I can. I'm pro-abortion because I believe that a woman should at least have the option, not only by herself, but with her partner, to choose if they want to have this child. I myself in a relationship where I'm glad, freaking glad, we get to have that choice, because even though we've not had to deal with this, if we ever did, we can at least have the option. I wouldn't be forced to have a child. I wouldn't be forced to do any of that. I could choose to, most literally, throw some money at the problem and get rid of it. And no, that's not the best expression to say that, but it is in a quick scenario what happens. So, yeah, just to sum up my opinion, socially I think abortion needs to be a lot more accepted, as well as just general women's issues like abortion, women's rights, a whole lot of stuff. I can't think of it right now. I'm great. Then secondly, I hope with my dearest prayers that the states that have made abortion illegal reverse that situation real quick. Because it is not fair, I'm itchy, it is not fair to tell a woman what to do with her damn body. And absolutely not fair to take away the choice of either becoming parents or not from a couple. Especially not if they aren't financially, emotionally, or physically ready to. Thank you for listening. And hopefully it encouraged you to, I don't know, talk about this issue more often, because I think it is so hushed upon, abortion, and everyone's always like, ooh, I don't want to talk about that. Like, that's too iffy. That's too much of a hot topic. Well, if things are a hot topic, that's just because people have big opinions, and that doesn't mean it should be ignored. That actually means it should be encouraged, and people should talk. Then people should be like, hey, I get what you're saying, this is what I'm saying, let's have a convo. It's nothing bad. We talk about freaking who's president all the time. We talk about who changed their hair all the time. Me. No, I'm just kidding, but, you know, it's better to have a conversation with somebody about abortion than to ignore it like states have. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please comment below if you like this video, if you want to see more hot takes like this, and what specific issues you'd like me to talk about, because I actually had a lot of fun telling you guys about my stance on abortion, you know, the social, the legal, and what it was, the women's rights movement, how these all kind of tied in together. I know it was kind of all over the place, but thank you guys for watching anyways. Yeah. Make sure to like this video, not necessarily because you agree with my opinion, but because you think it's good for people to share their opinions, because you think it's a good idea, or just because it was fun to watch me. So yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, comment below, and make sure to check in next Friday at 3 p.m. for another one. Make sure to check in every Friday at 3 p.m. for videos from me. I'm gonna try and put all of them on a playlist today.